You know what, man? I am sick and tired of pretending that the WWE does not have some disgusting looking wrestlers today, bro. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure if it's Triple H's infatuation with these obese wrestlers or if it's just the industry moving forward to like a very much so lazier physique. Like, do you want to appeal more to the casuals? Do you want to appeal to the more, like, common people? Because that's not really what wrestling is all about, is it? What is wrestling all about? It is larger than life characters that are, like, just so magical and mystical that can scale to, like, comic book levels. You know what I mean? Like, when you look at the Ultimate Warrior, Sting, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, like, these guys can be put in comic books. And then you look at today's amount of talent and the way that they look, dude, it's almost embarrassing to look at, bro. You like the world heavyweight champion of today, Gunther, the Yin General. CM Punk, I will beat you in the middle of that ring because I will be stomping you, I will choke you, I will drag you into the middle of the Slim Jim logo, and I will put a big boot and I will put a choke around your neck because I am the Yin General, and when I beat you down, I will put the pin on you. 1, 2, 3. All right. I think I just pushed it a little bit too far with that one. But you look at Gunther, bro. Look at that, bro. Come on, man. Gunther, really? That's supposed to be the best wrestler of today aside from John Cena, right? That is our secondary champion, and he looks like a damn melted candle, dude. Really? That's it? I don't care, bro. I don't care if he's 6'4". So be it. So be it that he's 6'4". What? Right? Like, what is this? Like, damn, like heightism, bro? Height favoritism? Subconscious mogging, bro? Subconscious height mogging? Like, what? Like, what is today's wrestler looking like? Huh? A bunch of muffin, bro. That's like literally like me off the couch today, and I walk in the WWE, right? Like, imagine this, right? Imagine this. I swear, there's like a very like I'm positive, right? If I were to walk into the WWE all juiced up to the gills, shredded to the veins, right? 8-pack pumping, you know what I mean? And like every heartbeat, like damn, like every vein on my arm pops. If I were to walk into the WWE Performance Center today looking like that, Triple H would say, damn, bro, you got a better body than me. Hey, man, you got to go, hit a Shake Shack, hit a McDonald's, hit a Burger King, come back when you look like a damn slob, and then I will make you a champion. I think that is literally what goes on today. Because the days of being 6'4", muscular, handsome is long over and gone with, and the lineage will end with Roman Reigns, who is the perfect man with the perfect beard, with the perfect eyes, with the perfect teeth, with the perfect mouth, with the perfect lips, with the perfect teeth, with the perfect tongue, with the perfect neck, with the perfect face, with the perfect hair, with the perfect ears, with the perfect earlobes, with the perfect eardrums, with the perfect back, with the perfect chest, with the perfect abs, with the perfect quads, with the perfect knees, with the perfect shins, with the perfect calves, with the perfect feet, with the perfect ankles, with the perfect toes, with the perfect toenails, fingers, hands. If you smell what the Heels Advocate is cooking. Because now I'm actually speaking truth, okay? You look at the entire division. Where is the next big body killer, bro? Where is it? Who is it? Who? Braun Breaker? All right, I think like how tall is Braun Breaker, bro? You know what I mean? 6'1" in kayfabe, which means he's 5'11". Really? Come on, man. Like, as much as I like Braun Breaker, bro, like this whole thing with Braun Breaker being the next big thing is really a like the only reason why he is there is because there is a lack of other people being there. Okay, who else is under 30 years old that is, well trained, well oiled up, already into the main roster? Who is it? Dominik Mysterio? Dude, Dominik Mysterio went from like being fat to being like skinny fat, very, very skinny with no muscle, with like very like droopy, I don't know, like I don't want to see him shirtless, but I know for a fact he got some pepperoni nipples, bro, and I will not be impressed, okay? So he is somebody, bro, who is essentially proud of not working. Like, dude, I got a massive beef with Dominik Mysterio, bro. Like, this guy doesn't work. He's a nepo baby. All he does is be bad and then act like he is a good heel because everybody hates him. Dude, like, that's like me walking into the WWE today and I completely suck. I botch every single move. I stutter on every promo. I just look goofy every single time. And people are like, dude, this guy is not, this guy's a non-talent. There are other guys in the indies and AEW that can come over here and do a way better job than him. But no, because I'm getting booed, that means I'm being a good heel and I'm being a good villain and I'm doing my job and I'm working properly. All right. You know, that's one thing as well with today's like WWE, but I'll leave that for another video. The heels completely suck as well, but I'll get to that in another video. Let's just focus on the bodies, okay? You look at everybody today. You look at everybody and the way that they wrestle. Everybody tries to do the same thing. Chops, super kicks. Let's just, you know, hop over the top rope. Let's like dive out the ring. And let's have like one like, you know, top turnbuckle move, and that's going to be it. Where are the people that are true powerhouses? Where are the Brock Lesnars? Where are the Batistas? Where are the Bobby Lashleys? Actual powerhouse wrestlers, where are they? Who is it? Braun Breaker? Dude, you put Braun Breaker next to Dave Batista and you will see the difference, okay? And the thing is this, can we stop with like defaulting back to like Braun Breaker? Because is that all we have? I know that he's like all that we have, but like, is that really all that we have to offer? Okay? And you look at the main plot line on Monday Night Raw. It's Paul Heyman, Breaker, Rollins, and Brunson. Okay, when it was announced that it was Brunson Reed, Big Back Greed, Brunson Greed. When he entered that ring, I was like, you have got to be kidding me! Not another obese fucking Samoan that goes in there and like, you know, I don't know what it is, bro, but it is just sick and like it is tiring, bro. It is tiring. Solo Sikoa is a muffin top. Jacob Fatu is like, as much as I love Jacob Fatu, he is also a muffin top. You know, Jimmy Uso. These guys are wrestling with damn shirts on, bro. Like, and what is this, man? Everybody's wrestling with a shirt on. Everybody is fat, disgusting, bro. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, as soon as like Vince McMahon left, I don't know, like it just got worse and worse and worse and worse. At least with like Vince McMahon, you still had Brock Lesnar, you still had Roman Reigns, you still had like John Cena, Seth Rollins was in great shape. Who else? You know, you had Bobby Lashley, you had Drew McIntyre, you had Randy Orton. You know, like all these guys are, you know, getting properly pushed because they look like legit deals. But you look at like the legit people today and tell me if they're actually getting booked properly. All right, the best body currently in the WWE, Drew McIntyre, bro. He is getting laid out, like he's getting dropped and like laid out by Logan Paul, like, you know, Jelly Bean or whatever it is, bro. He is losing every single feud for the last year and a half. You mean to tell me, bro? You mean to tell me that somebody like Drew McIntyre goes into a Hell in a Cell match and he doesn't walk out winning against CM Punk? You know, of course, I like CM Punk, and if he doesn't win, you know, I bet it makes some good sense. But if it doesn't, right, if it was somebody else, it wouldn't have made some good sense, and I will really look at you and think to myself, why are you booking Drew McIntyre to lose? AKA Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest, okay? Damian Priest just all of a sudden can chair, like, you know, he smacks like a double chair against him on his head when he's down in the Hell in a Cell match. He walks out the front door out of the Hell in a Cell, and he's gone for 5-6 weeks, okay? And then finally he comes back, Drew McIntyre comes back. He just interrupts a promo segment between Cody and Randy. He walks in the ring and he gets RKO'd. The following night on Saturday night's main event, he gets beaten again. I'm thinking to myself, Triple H, dude, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And then you have Randy Orton, for example. Like, ever since Randy Orton came back, like, he came back on the same night as CM Punk, all right? That big return has been, like, so overshadowed. Anyway, you know, he comes back. He got, like, another, like, comeback as well. He goes in there and, like, look at his, like, WrestleMania opponent, bro. Kevin freaking Owens, bro. Kevin freaking Owens, bro. I swear to God, Kevin Owens is the type of guy, bro, who would have, like, under the skin cystic volcano cysts. You know what I mean? Like, just like those, like, disgusting cysts under the damn armpit that are, like, intertwined with, like, armpit hair, bro. Like, I know for a fact he's that type of guy, bro. You know what I mean? And you mean to tell me that's the opponent that you had for Randy Orton? And thank God he got, like, I'm okay. I don't want to say that. Like, you know, luckily that match didn't, you know, go to fruition. It's very unfortunate Kevin Owens got injured. I hope he gets a speedy recovery. And then look at the replacement that he had. Joe Hendry. A guy from TNA, a guy from NXT. Are you kidding me? Like, of course, it was a big moment. It was a good moment. But, like, what are you doing with Randy Orton? What are you doing with Drew McIntyre? What are you doing with him? What are you doing with John Cena, who still, you know, has a tremendous body? What do you do with John Cena? He goes in there every single match, every single promo, like, he gets dropped on his back. The opponent looks strong, yada yada yada. Every single match that John Cena has, he looks completely weak. He looks like a damn jobber, and it's just ridiculous, okay? You look at the current champion of Monday Night Raw, the Yin General Gunther, and he goes in there and he loses to Sami Zayn after 666 days as the Intercontinental Champion. All right, and then he goes in there and he loses to Sami at WrestleMania. All right, fine, whatever. Next year, he walks into WrestleMania, the World Heavyweight Champion. All right, and then he loses to Jey Uso. And I'm thinking to myself, Triple H, this is the guy that you're glazing. This is the guy that you're like overbooking, you know, having him beat everybody. This is the guy that you want to have going to SummerSlam as a champion. This is the guy that you want to have Jey Uso lose so that he can go in there and have a match with Bill Goldberg. This is the guy, really, the Yin General. So, all right, then I'll look at him again. Okay, then I'm looking at him again, and he has a match with Cody Rhodes at Saudi Arabia, and he lost that match as well. So you're not even booking him strong. So, like, you know what it is? He wins on a week-to-week basis, you know, yada yada yada. He wins. Then he finally has a big match, and then he loses. So not even Gunther is getting booked properly. All right, so, you know, thank God that he doesn't. But, like, dude, come on, man. You look at him, bro, and he's a joke as well, bro. Like, he was really, really fat when he was Walter. I miss that. I need that back. All right, bring back Walter, who was like 50 pounds heavier. I want him to look like a damn, like, you know, like just like a jiggling like physics machine. All right. You know, like those like NVIDIA tech demos where they're like showing off the physics, the water physics. Like, as soon as somebody runs into Gunther, bro, I want the shock waves, the ripple effects, just to like throw, just, you know, like bounce throughout his entire body. I want to see that, bro. I don't want to see like Gunther with like you know, like looking skinny fat with like a skin hanging. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just being real. I want my wrestlers to look like wrestlers, all right? I don't know where it went wrong, all right? Like the wellness policy kicked in after the whole Chris Benoit situation. And they were, of course, trying to like look for a reason what to blame, and they were trying to blame Peds. All right, you know, it is what it is. And then like Vince McMahon said, look, Mr. Kennedy, your test results came back. You're clearly on the juice, brother. You got to hop off that. And Mr. Kennedy said, look, Vince, this is actually prescribed by me by a testosterone clinic. And Vince McMahon said, I don't care if it's a clinic, if it's a medical facility, as long as an actual licensed doctor is not prescribing it to you as a proper treatment, you can't have that greenlit. And I'm sorry, you have to have, you know, like this treatment stop cold turkey. And that's when you saw physiques just deflate, you know. That's when you saw like people move from Batista's to CM Punk and Jeff Hardy's, you know. So I understand it's a natural transition. That's exactly what happened during the era of like Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, to Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret the Hitman Hart. But even those guys had great bodies, bro. I mean, if anything, they just got shorter. I mean, the body stayed the same. But today, bro, the bodies got worse, the fat percentage increased, and the height decreased. You know, like, look at everybody on the roster today. Sami Zayn, he looks disgusting as well. Bronson Reed, he looks disgusting. Who else? Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, Solo Sikoa. Who else, man? Anybody that wrestles with a shirt on. You know, like Otis, like, you know, pretty much every single guy, the War Raiders, like pretty much every single wrestler on today's roster, like they are under 6'1". They're all like, God, I don't know what it is, man. Like, I just know, like, I don't know what happened here. Like, where did the talent go? Like, where did the bodybuilders go? Bring back bodybuilders, bro. You know, like everybody talks about, oh yeah, you know, the in-ring work has, you know, gotten so much better. Okay, where is it on a week-to-week basis, dude? Where is it on Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live? Instead we're getting women who are more buff than the men wrestling. All right? Like, when did we go from like big men, strong men to like just like mini wrestling? You know, when when the little people had like the mini Royal Rumble, the mini TLC match, like it's essentially like that, bro. Like, how did we go from Dave Batista to something Nile from like the All American team? You know what I mean? What's her name? Like Ivy Nile? Like, how did we go from Batista to Ivy Nile? Huh? How did we go from Bobby Lashley to Jake Gargle? How? I don't get it. Like, how are the women more buff than the men today? And are they not ashamed, bro? Are they not ashamed? How is Bianca Belair, Jake Gargle, Ivy Nile more buff, more shredded, more in shape than Jey Uso? How? Then CM Punk. How? Then Solo Sikoa. How? I don't get it. Where is everything going wrong? Then Bronson Reed. I don't get it. Right? And they're not even like big, strong, fat. You know, like Mark Henry. They're not even like that, bro. Like, when I looked at Mark Henry, I was like, yeah, dude, yeah, you know, I know you're fat, bro, but, like, I know you're a damn big, strong dude as well, you know? So, aside from that, all right, if you want to have fat wrestlers, all right, let's have them be fat. Where are the Yokozuna type guys? Where are the Umaga type of guys? Where are the big shows? Where is our giants? You know? We have, like, such a limited pool of that. Like proper giant wrestlers, where are they? Like, they cut Braun Strowman, and that was such a big mistake in my opinion, dude. Braun Strowman, man, like, you can do so much things with him, man. He's such a fun wrestler to watch. And, like, I do realize that when I looked at him wrestling recently, like, his knees are starting to tweak out. You know, that's like one like thing that essentially goes with a lot of like tall wrestlers. First it's the knees, then it's the back, and then like they're never the same no more. So I think like that's already clicking in with Braun Strowman when he tries to run. Like, he doesn't look good. At least we have Omos, but I don't know where Omos is, and I feel like a lot of the talent is so much, like, I don't know where it is. Like Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live, all right, that's one pool of talent that is on a current like rotation on a week-to-week basis. But you have so many wrestlers who are still under the contract with the WWE. Like, you still have Apollo Crews under contract. You still have Omos under contract. Like, you still have like a bunch of other wrestlers under contract, but they're not getting pushed one bit. You know, one guy who I wish like got pushed is Karrion Kross. But hey, as much as I love Karrion Kross, as much as I love his character and like the way that he presents himself and the way that he wrestles, hey Kross, just a heads up, brother. You're looking a little bit chubby these days, okay? All right, we got to get you back on that NXT bald head type of aesthetic, all right? We need that, like, aesthetic that, like, looks like, oh, my God, this guy is, like, not only mogging, bro, but he's actually, like, a damn killer in the ring. We got to get back to that, okay? Like, we can't go from, like, somebody who, like, is hungry, and, you know, he's cut and shredded, and then all of a sudden, by the end of the season, he's just fat, you know? You don't want to be the well-fed cat, you know? You want to be the hungry street cat forever. So, just a heads up to Karrion Kross, bro. You know, just ease up on the donuts, brother. You know what I mean? Like, try to go on like a 2-3 day water fast or whatever it is, and get back in shape. Because you know, obviously, like you know what, Karrion Kross, you know what? Forget what I just said, bro. Bro, eat as many burgers as you want, brother. Eat as many burgers as you want. And don't sleep on your back. Just sleep standing up, so you lose your height. Just get like 2-3 inches shorter as well, so you're shorter than Triple H. Get fatter as well, so like Triple H can height mock you and like physique mock you, even at like 55 years old, however old he is. And then you will get your title shot, bro, and then you will become the new World Heavyweight Champion, because you don't want to go in there and be taller than Triple H. You don't want to go in there and have like a better physique than Triple H, because you're gonna get buried, bro. I mean, you know, that's exactly what happened to you. You remember? You know, like everybody was talking about, oh my God, Vince McMahon buried him. Why did he give him a weird helmet and some like samurai gimmick? Why did Vince McMahon do that? I can't wait for Triple H to get him power so that Karrion Kross can finally get pushed. And then Triple H gets some power in 2022, and it's 2025, 3 years later, and Karrion Kross is losing his first PLE match to Sami Zayn clean with one Helluva Kick 1, 2, 3. So, what is exactly that you guys expected out of Triple H? All these talents, like what? Like, oh my God, Keith Lee in NXT. Oh my God, how can a big man move so fast? If he wasn't fat, nobody would give a fuck. If he wasn't fat, nobody would go out there and say, oh my God, he's so talented. You know what it is? It's a backhanded compliment. It's like, oh my God, I couldn't, like, and like they always use the word big. Stop using big, bro. Be honest. You're a fat fucker, bro. All right? How can a fat fucker like you do a backflip and like jump out to the top rope and like, you know, be agile, bro? Oh my God. Wow, whoop de fucking do. If it was a 6'4" shredded Samoan doing it, like Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, with the perfect eyes, with the perfect beard, mother. If he did that, bro, nobody would care, because oh my God, you know, like the guy with the perfect jawline, perfect eyes, perfect beard, perfect teeth, you know, everything perfect about him. Now he can do like go out there and do like super kicks and flips and like jump out the ring. Like, what the hell else can't he do, man? You know, hopefully he's not like packing a damn tripod downstairs, you know, but guess what? I bet he is. So like, you know, it's a bad day for He can't have it all, can he? I'm sure he can, brother. All right, he does. All right, he does. How do I know? Hey, chill. All right, you're doing too much now. So, anyways, so you know what I mean? So, like, it's just one of those things, bro. It's like a bunch of side, like, backhanded compliments. All right, like I said, if you want to be fat, please be fat. Go out of your way, you know, be like Yokozuna, be like Viscera, Big Daddy V, be like, I don't know, like the Great Khali, you know, like the Great Khali was pretty fat at the end of his career as well. Like, I need these guys to go out of their way, like Vader, and be menacing fat guys, bro. Like, the thing is this. Not every fat guy is like looks like a victim and like a cutie patootie, all right? You look at Brunson Breed, Big Bad Greed, bro. He looks like a cutie patootie, bro. You know what I mean? But you look at somebody like Vader, Viscera, somebody like who was like a big menacing guy back in the day? Yokozuna, I guess, but not really. But I'd say like the most intimidating guy is Mark Henry, all right? You look at somebody like Mark Henry, bro. Hey, man, that guy is alpha, bro. You know what I mean? That guy can put some fear in your heart. You understand what I'm trying to say? So, but now you look at like all the people today, bro. Like Solo Sikoa, he got like he literally got baby fat, bro. Like, he literally looks like he is, I don't know, like if you were to compare the men from 1950 to today, you would say, like, you know, he's still going through his puberty. You know what I mean? So, like, that's like the type of problem that I have with like with a lot of male wrestlers today. And then, like, you know, like, you look at Alpha Academy, for example, and like that one tall guy, like, he is also skinny fat. And like, the thing is this, I understand like the wellness policy is like prohibiting PED use, but the thing is this, there is no excuse not to be shredded. All right, there's no excuse. You look at somebody like Chad Gable, you look at somebody like Ludwig Kaiser, all right, and then I get sick to my stomach knowing the fact that these guys are not booked properly. All right, okay, yeah, they're heels and whatever the hell. Like, isn't it also pretty odd to you guys that every single heel is shredded? It's almost like Triple H is trying to portray this image that being shredded, lean, muscular, and looking good is something to be hated, you know? Look at all like the baby faces today. They're always damn near all like, you know, like regular people. Sami Zayn, I am the big underdog, let's go. Jey Uso, oh my yee, you know, like everybody like chubby cheeks, you know? It's like, damn, like, is that really what you want to portray these days, Triple H? I don't get it no more. You look at CM Punk, for example, all right? Like, he's also chubby cheeks as well. So, like I said, what is Triple H trying to portray here? Like, are we supposed to hate on the heels? You look at The Rock, right? The final boss. I mean, look at the shape that he was in at WrestleMania 40, dude. And he was also a heel, you know? So, I'm not really sure what this pattern here is, you know? Like, I'm not really sure what to make of that pattern. And like I said, I am not a big fan of female wrestling. You know, I don't really enjoy it as much as the men's. I do have wrestlers that I do like. You know, Vicaire I like. I like Naomi, I like Ripley, I like Io Sky, I refer you, Rhea Ripley. You know, I like her. I hate Becky Lynch. You know, I really, really hate Becky Lynch. Actually, like, what? Look at Finn Balor, bro. Look, Finn Balor is also shredded, and guess what? He's also a heel. You know, like, the more shredded these guys get, the more heelish they become, and the more weak that they get booked. You look at Finn Balor, right? Finn Balor, he was the first Universal Champion. I think he beat Roman Reigns for the title, actually, as well, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. So he goes out there, he loses the title, he comes back, he's still shredded, and then, you know, they do nothing with him. So I don't know what it is these days. Like, if you want to succeed in the WWE, I'm sure that today, as long as you come in fat, they're going to put the belt on you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so weird to me that you don't look like wrestlers anymore, and you get treated better than like people that actually look like wrestlers. You know, like, as long as you come in, look like jelly bean, jelly roll. If you're obese, oh my god, bro, that's the perfect guy. You know, like, that's literally what Triple H has been dreaming of. And you know what's really sad to me, bro? That somebody like Logan Paul, who is not even like a real wrestler, bro, how is he more in shape and he looks better than other wrestlers? How, man? Make it make sense, bro. Like, where did we all go wrong? And like I said, I am not condoning the use of PEDs, but if these wrestlers somehow can go to their doctors and the doctor will, you know, prescribe them TRT, and you know, boom, you know, you can have your cake and eat it too. Look at AJ Styles, man. Like, he turned like 45, 48 years old. He went to the doctor. I bet his like testosterone levels were dropping. They put some needles in him. Boom! He comes back looking like a damn unit. You know what I mean? So, and now we all like him again. You know, we all love him again. Look at his presentation; looks so menacing. You know what I mean? So, like, clearly, like, it's not out of fashion. Having a good body is not out of fashion. And you know, I feel like a lot of wrestlers today could greatly benefit from TRT. Greatly, you know. And you know, as I say that, it's like I said, it's almost like a paradox. Me personally, I want everybody to have six packs again and to be lean again and to look shredded again. Yet the people that do look like that, they don't get treated properly. You know, look at Finn Balor. He got a great physique. He doesn't get treated properly. I mean, like, in the last 4 or 5 years, ever since, like, especially like Triple H got the creative direction, like, has he won anything like substantial? Really? Like, has he had like a proper feud? Like, has he gotten over? Not really, you know. He might have won like an IC title. He might would have won like a tag title. But like, come on, man, it's just filler, you know. What's happened to him? Nothing. What's happened to Drew McIntyre? Nothing. What's happened to Chad Gable? Nothing. I mean, they literally have him go out there and wrestle in like a comedy gimmick, bro. Like El Grande Americano. Are you kidding me? And then he gets injured, and now like Ludwig Kaiser is playing him. Like, damn, bro, you got nothing for Ludwig Kaiser aside from like a damn comedy act. That's sad to me, bro. That's really, really sad to me that we have to be in that type of situation today, because it wasn't like that back in the day, bro. Bro, you had Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, you had the Ultimate Warrior. I mean, everybody was like in great shape, bro. Like Ricky Steamboat was in great shape. Everybody was in great shape. Mr. Perfect was in great shape. Everybody was in great shape. But it was like the age of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, it was like the golden age of bodybuilding, like 1980, 1990, like Venice Beach, like that era. That was like the golden age of weightlifting, you know. So like, I think that culture mixed with like wrestling, I think there was like just a lot more people like just ready to go and look big, you know. But nowadays, like, it's not really like that no more, you know. Like, everybody's like trying to be natty lifters and like optimal lifters and yada yada yada, and like, you know, that's good, you know, stay natty as well. But wrestlers are not normal people. Like, they shouldn't be normal people, you know. Like, they should be booked and looked at as like superhero, you know, type of guys, you know, like comic book level guys. And if they look like average Joes, then I don't know, like the appeal is gone, you know. Like Drew McIntyre said it on his podcast with Logan Paul. 85% of people in the current roster today in the WWE, they don't even look like they should be here. From, you know what I mean? Like Drew McIntyre said, like, that his friends, you know, they turned on WWE and they were watching, and they were like, you know, these guys look like they could work at my local McDonald's flipping burgers. And that's true, bro. That's really, really true. I can also give you guys a very good example of a person taking responsibility and ownership and, like, you know, starting to drive themselves, is Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal had a very mediocre physique, and then all of a sudden he makes a big transformation. He gets ripped, he gets mean, lean, you know what I mean? And he goes in there, and all of a sudden he goes and beats Randy Orton, and boom, he's the WWE champion. Now, you can also relate that to the fact that, like, the WWE was trying to, like, expand into the Indian market and yada yada yada. But the thing is this: if Jinder Mahal looked like a damn Tootsie Roll, if he looked like a muffin top beefcake, then you know, he wouldn't be in that position himself, you know. So like, they might have like had to go around and look for somebody else. So like I said, if you look like somebody who can hold gold and be the carrier of the face of the company, they will look at you in that way as well. You know, it's all about going into the room and presenting yourself in your first impression. If your first impression is like, okay, this guy walks in, he's 5'10", 5'11", he's under 6'2", he's not tall, you know, he's got some bad skin, he got a patchy beard, you know, he don't look that good, he's fat, he's yada yada yada, you know what I mean? So that's not a Hollywood type of guy. You want to look like Clark Kent, okay? You want to look like Superman. You want to look like a Mogger. You want to look like somebody, as soon as they walk into the ring, you're like, God damn, bro. Like, you want to look like somebody like Scott Hall. And when he walks in the room, damn, like, that's the guy, you know what I mean? Like, that's the guy. When Hulk Hogan walks in, that's the guy, you understand? When Roman Reigns walks in the room, that's the guy. Triple H, that's the guy. The Rock, that's the guy. Randy Orton, that's the guy, you know? Like, even like Randy Orton today, look at the transformation that his physique has gone through. He is like looking in the best shape of his entire life, and yet he goes into SummerSlam, he goes into WrestleMania wrestling like, you know, meme matches. Jelly Roll Logan Paul, are you kidding me? That's really like the match you have Randy Orton, the legend killer, you know? I don't know. So I'm not sure what's going on with the WWE nowadays. I'm looking at Seth Rollins. I'm not sure what's going on with him. I'm looking at John Cena. He's really weak. I don't know what's going on with The Rock. He's not here. And all the new wrestlers, they don't look like menacing at all. I mean, look at Jason Mateo, bro. Jason Mateo, bro, he looks like Ed from 90 Day Fiancé, bro. He's got no neck, you know? And then you look at Tama Tonga Loa. These guys are wrestling with shirts on. You understand? And then you have Tala Tonga, the tall Tongan, Hikuleo. I mean, I guess, I don't know. Like, he's wrestling with, like, damn black Timbs on with, like, a tank top. Like, dude, put some trunks on, some wrestling boots, elbow pads, wrist tape, and let me see that physique, bro. Like, I want some, like, Great Khali and New Japan Wrestling type of physiques in these days, So I'm not sure what's going to go on. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the WWE. On the male side of things, the physiques are getting worse. The believability is getting worse. And on the other side, I think it's just like the perfect reflection of like today's society, bro. Like the men are getting weaker and like the women are getting hyper masculine. And like the thing is this, like, do I really got to step up and like just be the alpha male and go out there and like chokeslam Jade Gargle and chokeslam Naomi, chokeslam Bianca Belair and like reestablish dominance in the hierarchy again, bro? It's like what is going on here? Like, do I got to step up now? Like, is that like, do I gotta be the guy that does this now? I'm just kidding, man. Like, come on. But like, guys, come on, man. Like, how are you letting Naomi, Bianca Belair, and like all these other wrestlers be more in shape than you guys? It's genuinely a joke. And then you have those like super like instances where like the guys are getting booked in these like tag matches with like women, and then like the guys gotta look like damn buffoons and like look weak. Like, dude, I don't care about none of that, bro. Give me some like Hangman Adam Page that slammed that chick through a table. Like, give me that action, bro. I'm sick and tired of like the guys trying to look weak, bro. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Like Triple H versus Ronda Rousey. Like Ronda Rousey is throwing those like weak ass punches in the ring, and like Triple H is selling it like, oh my god, he's getting hit by 10 Bs or something, bro. Come on, man, lock in, bro. You know what I mean? You can pull her hair, Triple H, pedigree, 1, 2, 3. Like, where is the old Triple H, bro? Like, what is this watered down? Like, oh, I'm old now. I'm wearing glasses. I'm like nearsighted. What is this type of thing? And come on, man. I need DX Triple H with China, bro. You know what I mean? That's a Triple H I need, bro. But I don't know anymore, man. I don't know. I think too many Slim Jims are being eaten today on the main roster, so they gotta cut back on those. Leave in the comment section down below what you guys think about the whole like obesity issue with the WWE, and I'm out.